Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Betty. I'm one of the librarians here at Pflugerville Public Library. Today for Senior Crafternoon, we're going to be making these resin pendants. I'm going to go over everything that you have in your kit. So you should have a piece of wax paper. This will be to protect whatever surface you're working on, because once the resin hardens, it's pretty much stuck there. You should have a little mixing cup, and then the two different components that we're going to mix. You should have this for stirring the resin. You should have some little beads and jewels and things to put inside the charm. This is your silicone mold. There's a little bit of loose gold leaf in there as well in case you want to use that. You should have a chain as well as this jump ring, and you should have some gloves. I've also included the paper instructions just in case you want to use those or have a look at them. And then part of the safety data sheet. Mostly want you to pay attention here. Don't get it in your eyes, keep it off your skin. Try to do this outside because it does have a smell and some vapors, so if you are inside, just make sure it's well ventilated. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have your gloves on, and then tape your wax paper to your table. So we're going to mix these two. I'm just going to pour all the contents in here into this little cup. And you can use this to scrape it out. And it's going to be more than you need, but that's better than not having enough. Okay, once you've got everything scraped out of there, you'll mix, and I'm gonna mix slowly, just trying to avoid bubbles, but you want to mix it for a few minutes. You can see as you start mixing that it looks a little bit milky. So we just want to make sure the two are sort of melting into each other. Okay, once you're done mixing, let it sit for a couple of minutes. If you have bubbles, some of those will rise to the surface. If you have larger ones, you can use the pointy end of this stick to pop them. If you have a blow dryer, you can set it on low heat and blow this around a little bit, and that'll help pop some of the bubbles as well. But I'm just going to let it sit. Okay, most of the bubbles are gone. The ones that are in here are really tiny, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. So you'll notice that your mold has a little piece sticking up here. So that is for the jump ring later on. So it'll automatically have a hole once this is done. If you overfill this a little bit, that might get covered up, but it's pretty easy to poke through. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to use my stick, is pour a layer in the bottom here. We don't want to fill it, I just want to cover the bottom. Now, because I like to see what I'm doing when I'm making these, I'm going to put everything face up. So this is a sticker. You all got different stuff, so some of you may just have metal pieces that aren't stickers. And with that one, the sticker actually peeled off. So I'm going to place this where I want it and use the stick to move it around if I need to. Oops. And it flipped upside down. Okay. So I'm just going to move it. And I'm going to add some beads around there. It's hard to do with the gloves. So you just add in whatever you want. My gloves are kind of sticky, so I'm using that to pick up the beads. And I'm going to add a little bit more resin. I'm not going to fill the whole thing. And I'm going to add a few more beads, different colors. And I'm using the wooden skewer to pick them up. Okay, so once you like how it looks, you just leave it for at least a day, and then we'll come back and pop it out. Okay, so it's been a few days, so this should be hardened and completely dry. It shouldn't be sticky at all. So all you do for this is pop it out, and it should have a hole already. So you can see it's nice and clear, and all you're going to do at this point is attach your jump ring. So it's not a hard one. You should be able to bend this pretty easily. And stick it through there and squeeze it together. I like to make mine overlap a little bit, so you can just kind of pinch it, or if you have jewelry pliers you can use that. And then I'm going to hide that in there. So it'll probably move around, but for now I'm gonna do that. Just kind of squish it so it's a little more secure. And then grab your necklace and run it through there. And that is your final necklace. I hope you enjoyed today's craft. Next month we'll be making a plant propagation station. Check our calendar for registration dates. Thanks for joining me.